coming if y'all under me. I'm with it in Rex and Raw. They texting calls, run me that making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jags and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Joining Charles Davis up in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is time to begin another NFL season. Here we go. And it's a new era for Washington, making their debut under the Commanders' name. And, Charles, they're going to face a team in Jacksonville who is starting this year up with a new man in charge as well. So newness on both sides here in this one.
Yeah, and only 3 combined playoff appearances in the last 9 seasons for both of these teams. Washington certainly hoping their new Commanders nickname can bring newfound success after finishing 7-10 last year. Their 4th in 5 years, finishing with 7 wins in Jacksonville. They're hoping a brand new coaching staff and a breath of fresh air can bring the most out of a young core after going 3-14 last season.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders are hoping to provide stability for each other starting in 2022. It's the 3rd team in 3 years for Wentz and the 4th starter in 4 years for Washington. The big thing with Wentz has always been staying on the field. And last season in Indianapolis, he played a full 17 games, leading the Colts to a 9-8 record and almost into the playoffs.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. And Charles, we take a peek there at the recent draft class, and it's definitely a year where they had a chance to greatly improve this team.
And you've got to take advantage when you have this type of an opportunity. 2 first-round picks, you better scout them well and hit on those selections.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his 2nd season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
For everyone who expected the highly touted Trevor Lawrence to champion the Jaguars to instant success last season, well, they got a little bit of a reality check. Despite the struggles, though, A major leadership role within the locker room and among the team. He also flashed some of his considerable potential on the field, particularly in a defiant Week 18 win over Indianapolis that knocked the Colts out of the playoffs.
Block it.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet, and the single gold stripe running from front to back.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. See an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run with ETN. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Second down and a run by Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Robinson on a give right side. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Holding. Offense.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Still 2nd down.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Lawrence heads off, and Ryan Santoso, the field goal unit, on now for the Jacksonville field goal try. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Up and good for Santoso. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Out left to Dotson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Logan Thomas was an interesting name to watch coming into 2021, but injuries limited him to just 6 games. If he can stay on the field, Washington really likes what he can do coming off of his breakout in 2020. There's a first down catch right there.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Again, it's Wentz. Now he'll escape to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. A give left side to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Here's a screen for Robinson. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On the set.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. Give them 10 yards on that one. And fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4, Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. And that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Able to complete this to Chenault. And they'll get this down to the 10. Lawrence to Chenault for a Jaguar first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Wentz now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
After the sack on first down, Wentz flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here we go!
Now ETN to start the drive. And some room to maneuver. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
On the ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle complete. That's Lewis. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Jags are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra. Now for Santoso. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That time, a 9-play drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wentz to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The final shot before half for Wentz. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll... about the 26-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin with a look at the AFC South. Houston at home taking on Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the 49ers as that one's gone to the half. David Montgomery, a force in that first half with 2 touchdown runs. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for Washington, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns. On their first 3 possessions, they're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
51, match box, right. Hey, orbit.
From the 36, Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest. In the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles about the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Hey!
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes would have played him in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go, set.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Open man is Kirk, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Commanders' 41.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They're breaking a spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Hey, Delta.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And able to find Kirk, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Ready, set. You got bombers. You got bombers.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Arnold. Touchdown. Dan Arnold. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the second half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of. Winning your season opener, getting off to that good start, and building confidence for the rest of the season.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First. Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wentz to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defense in front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Washington Commanders. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have...
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. On the return, here's Agnew. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make... something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
It's 36. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
ETN up the middle.
And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Bravo!
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
The extra point up and good from Santoso.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 27. To throw is Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete to Dotson. Winston Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first.
It's a gain of 8. Let's go for Washington. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Wentz. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Now, Wentz again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Dewan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Completion good for 14 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A beautiful fake.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Wentz now on 1st down.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz.
That one complete out to Dotson.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Escaping the pressure right.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Carson Wentz. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Alert. Check. Clear.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Lawrence heads off, and Ryan Santoso, the field goal unit, on now for the Jacksonville field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Wentz. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz going right back to Dotson. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Washington Commanders.
Wentz now to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
From the 47, it's second and 5. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. And they will take a knee here. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jaguars, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.